Okay, welcome back. This time we're going to look at how to divide radicals. And as you know, all fractions are basically division problems. So the assignment actually reads simplify radicals involving fractions, but it's division. It's the same thing. So let's go ahead and get rid of this and move on. All right, so here's the basic format for dividing radicals. The square root of a number over another number is the same thing as the square root of the first number divided by the square root of the second number. So that's the general formula, and make sure you have that in your notes. And I can show you an example of that now. So, for example, if you had, let's let A equal 16 and B would equal 9. That's this A and this B up here. Okay, that means that the square root of 16 divided by the square root of 9, or the square root of 16 over 9, is the same thing as the square root of A over the square root of B. Square root of the first number over the square root of the second number, which of course, as you know, can be simplified to the square root of 16 is 4 and the square root of 9 is 3. So that would be the answer to that one. But what you need to know is this right here. That's how you can go from here to here or from here to here, either way. And you'll need to do both as you do these types of problems. All right, here's another example. So we know that the square root of 100 over 25, well, that's the same thing as the square root of 100 over the square root of 25, and the square root of 100 is 10, and the square root of 25 is 5, and 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Another way you could have done that, kind of an IXL way, which is where you actually, well, just to show you that it also works, I could have went ahead and divided that while it was in there. Well, what is 100 divided by 25? Well, 100 divided by 25 is 4. So the square root of 100 over 25 is the square root of 4, which again is 2. If they work like that, that's fine. If not, it just goes to show that these are both the same thing, that it does work. The square root of A over B equals the square root of A over B is the same thing. Okay, let's look at another example. Square root of 12 over 25. Now, obviously, I can't take 12 divided by 25 on this one, but I do know that that is the same thing as the square root of 12 over the square root of 25. Well, one of these I recognize immediately. The square root of 25 is 5. Okay, the square root of 25 is 5. So I know this bottom one simplifies to 5 already because the square root of 25 is 5. 12, oh, that one I remember I have to use my little tool here. So that's the prime factorization. That's 2 times 6, which is 2 times 3. Looking for groups of 2 of the same number. Well, there they are. I've got 2 of the same number right here. Okay, well, I know that that 2 comes out. There's a 3 left underneath. So the answer would be 2 square roots of 3 over 5. Okay, so that works fine. All right, let's look at another example. Square root of 98 over the square root of 16. Well, again, that's the square root of 98 divided by the square root of 16. So why don't you go ahead and pause it and see if you can do it. Okay, so you know that the square root of 16 is 4. I don't even have to, do the prime factorization on that one. 98, I wasn't quite sure, so I break it down, and 98 is 2 goes in, and it goes in 49 times. 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work, 5 doesn't work, 7. 7 does work, and that ends up being 7 times 7. Looking for a group of 2, and there they are. And so the 7 comes out, and the 2 stays under, and there's the answer to that one. Again, these are skills that you've already used. We're just using this new format of how you rewrite a fractional or a divisional radical. Okay, so the next thing we need to look at is a thing called rationalize the denominator. What does